One of the reasons why business is being feared. Sino dito marami ka nang na-invite? You're here in Classic World maybe for more than a month already. Okay? Type mo naman me. Para alam ko, no? If you're here more than a month already, type mo me. Okay? And one of the things na napapansin mo, whenever you're gonna do the usual sales process, the usual thing is that you're gonna invite people, you're gonna maybe send a message in your messenger. Sino dito nakaka-relate? Dali, mag-thumbs up, no? Nakikita ko yan eh. Promise, mag-thumbs up kayo. And then, as you send these messages, a lot of people will say, uy, gusto ko naman talaga magnegosyo. Nakaka-relate? Thumbs up if yes. Okay? Aside from that, sabi rin ng mga tao na nakausap mo, I really want to enter into business. Gusto ko naman talaga kumita. Gusto ko naman talagang to go into earn a lot of money, and I know your opportunity is great. However, sino nakaka-relate? Dali, type mo me. Yung ang ganda ng intro, tapos biglang sasabihin, pero, sino ba dito katulad ko? Okay, type mo miss, katulad ni Cleophilia, ni Jeana, ni Liza, ni Miriam. Yung para, ang ganda naman ng intro, sabi niya, gusto ko yan, pero kasi, can you relate? The reason why people don't want to enter into business, the reason why people don't want to enter into any opportunity is not because they don't want the opportunity. And I want you to listen closely to this. The reason why people don't want to enter into any opportunity is because they fear they will fail. But what if there is already a proven and tested system as far as sales is concerned? What if meron ng paraan so that more than you going into selling, you don't have to sell people just buy, but more than people just buy, sila pa mismo yung mga ngako sa'yo na sasabihin sa'yo, sir, promise, gusto ko talaga yan. Naghihintay lang ako ng budget and gagawin ko talaga yan. Sino dito gusto yan? Type mo naman, taas mo yung kamay mo kung nasan ka man, and type mo naman me. Dali. Katulad ni Mahal, ni Josie, ni Gianna, yeah. Is it really possible? Definitely. And here's what I want you to do as we end. If you're truly happy and excited to be here, okay? It's 7:25 right now. We're gonna be spending for the next 1 hour. Ang gusto kong gawin mo is share mo naman yan. Click that share button sa iyong Facebook profile. Kasi kapag yung mga in-invite mo, yung mga prospect mo, yung mga tao na gusto mong kausapin is actually what? Is actually nakita nila na, uy, meron palang paraan para kumita. Meron palang paraan para hindi na maging mahirap ang pagbebenta. At meron palang paraan, there's already a way and formula for me to do it. Do you think they will still say no to you? Or do you think they will line up? Magpapa-sign up because you made it easy for them to get up. Sino dito gusto mo yan? Type mo naman, me. Ayan. Sabi ni Nansita, me. Sabi ni Leishim, me. Alright, so we're gonna be doing this very interactive. I'm seeing your comments, guys. So what I want you to do in a moment, okay, is to really prepare yourself towards knowledge because it is gonna be a very exciting moment. Kwento lang ako ng konti just before I introduce myself. Okay? Last time, no, this is the second time that I've been with Classic World. Palakpakan nyo naman. Okay? And I love being here. I tell you, your readers are great. Honestly, the people who's motivating you are really wonderful people. The opportunity they're presenting is really wonderful. Bakit ko nasabi? Because some of them I know really, but more than that, it's because they're making your industry real. Yan yung nagustuhan ko with the culture that you guys have in Classic World. That's why I'm really honored to be here. Bakit? Kasi yung kultura nyo is totoo. Okay? A lot of people, sino dito nakaka-relate, hindi na ako magbabanggit, no? And resource speaker naman ako, hindi ako taga Classic World. Pero a lot of people, pag sinabing network marketing, pag sinabing MLM, ay, hindi totoo yan, nang hype lang yan, nang mamawer lang yan. No? Yan yung mga bagay that is actually in the culture of your industry. But if there's one thing that I'm truly proud of, the reason why I say yes to speaking with you guys is because your leadership, your management, and the people who's guiding you, your leaders, are making it true and real. Hindi sila nang-hype. Totoo talagang pwede magpayaman or pwede magpaganda ng buhay. Hindi sila nag-overinflate nung mga opportunity. They just state to you what's real. They give you the right expectations, and napakaganda simply because it's making it possible. So before anything else, paki-thank you nga. Type mo naman, thank you, Classic. Go ahead. Thank you, Classic, para naman makita ko if you're really thanking them. Ayan, no? Bakit? Of course, we just want to thank the people and the leaders and the management who's actually making this happen. So type it in the chat box. Thank you, Classic. Now, what is this hour all about? It's all about, katulad nga nung binanggit ni Sir John kanina, about understanding the sales process. Now, a lot of you have been in sales. And a lot of you know, pagdating sa pagbebenta, pagdating sa bilihan in the marketplace, with all of the opportunities that is in the world, the only question here is what is making you stand out? Tama po ba? And the answer to what's making you stand out isn't about the formula, isn't about the script. I will tell you that. There's a lot of people telling you, you know what, pagdating sa sales, meron lang yung mga power spills. It may be effective for them, but not necessarily effective for you. I'm just gonna be real. Number 2, ang sasabihin lang nila sa'yo, it's all about the numbers game. Narinig mo na ba yan? Type mo yes. Or thumbs up. Sabi nila, it's just about the numbers game. Kung mausap ka ng 100 tao, para makabenta ka ng 10. Kasi daw 10, 5, 3, 1. Are you guys familiar with 10, 5, 3, 1? Talk to 10 people, 5 will show up, 3 will get proposal, 1 will buy. If that's the only thing pagdating sa pagbebenta, pagdating sa sales, personally, parang nakakapagod naman yata. Now, I'm not discounting the numbers game. Okay? Sales is still, mas marami kang kausap, more chances of winning. I agree to that to some extent. However, there's a big however here. However, sales is also about understanding that it is a science. And when I say it is a science, ibig sabihin, it is proven, there's a formula, it is actually tested, and it has created result. Once you learn the science of sales, what if you can make your what if you can make your 10, 5, 3, 1 1:9? Then as you become better, it becomes 1:8. Then after it becomes better, 1:7, 1:6, 1:5, 1:4, 1:3. Because sales is not just about the numbers. The ultimate thing that I'd like to share with you as we go through the process is that it is about conversion. The best, so to speak, the best salespeople in the world is not necessarily the people who's speaking to most people. No. And if you've been with us 10 years, 20 years, 5 years, whatever years it is, and you're still going for the numbers game, sorry, but I need to break the ice. No. It is about conversion. Now, if you will ask me, who is standing in front of you? How come he's talking about conversion? will it be okay? And do I have the permission if I actually introduce myself? Type mo naman yes. Dali, nakikita ko naman yan. Type mo naman yes. Ayan, sabi ni Rex, yes. Sabi ni Persilia, yes. Okay. Again, I'm Migs. I started out really, really young. Alam na rinig nyo naman yon. Right now, I'm a life coach. Being able to do seminars in Malaysia, in Singapore, in Asia Pacific, in Australia, no, with James, with here in the Philippines. But more than doing seminars, no, I have a business myself. Katulad nung sinabi ni Sir John kanina, I'm actually a digital investment consultant. So my business is a financial consultancy organization that are partners with banks in the Philippines and also financial services institutions in the Philippines. So we are like brokers. Basically, that's my job. I'm a broker. That's my business, no? And as a broker, my business heavily relies on one thing, no? Yung aking negosyo, ang pangalan niya Prime Investments. It's heavily relying on one thing. And if you will ask me what that one thing is, it's sales. Yes. It's sales. Kasi nga, broker, di ba? We partner, no? Ang trabaho ko as a consultancy organization, naghahanap ako ng investors at naghahanap ako ng products, okay, that can support the investors. And then pag ma-matching ko sila, and then I get commissions in return as a broker. So that's my background. That's my business. Now, in my industry, no, in the financial services industry, I have been awarded just last year during the pandemic. Okay, my business has generated a total of, if I'm not mistaken, 19 to 20 million in revenue. Palakpakan nyo naman yan. But more than that, no, more than the revenue itself, it's really all about also understanding that in my industry, one of my partner institution, it's FWD, kung yung mga nakakaalam, they actually awarded me as the most productive. When I say the most productive, it's actually, ito nakalagay, wait lang, papakita ko sa inyo. For you to see, legit to. Ayan, no, meron akong proof. Baka sabihin nyo kasi hindi totoo eh. Meron akong proof, no? It's called Digital Leader of the Year. Highest case count of 2020, no? So, anong ibig sabihin nun? The most number of converted clients. Basically, that's what it means. The highest number of clients in 2020 during the pandemic. And why am I sharing that with you? Because in my industry, there has been, if I'm not mistaken, over 100,000 people wanting that. Diba? Talk about banks. Bangko pa lang, ang dami na. Okay? Talk about agencies. Talk about brokerages. Lahat yan ang dami na. But being able to be awarded as the most number of clients closed is something personally that I'm most proud of. And right now, I'm giving you the perfect and golden opportunity to learn this process. Because okay lang ba if maging honest ako, click mo naman yung heart button, dali. If okay naman yan na maging honest ako, click mo naman yung heart button para makita ko din. Okay? It's because I will be honest with you, I also am an obedient follower of my sales process. Ibig sabihin, hindi ako magaling because I'm Migs. Kung hindi, gumaling lang din ako dahil na-formulate ko yung sistema na ituturo at isi-share ko sa'yo for the next 60 minutes. And as I share this with you, when you apply the same process, when you apply the same formula, you will be able to achieve the same things I've achieved. Maganda ba yan? Thumbs up if yes. Click mo naman yung thumbs up if gusto mo rin yan. And again, the reason why this is very, very important, the reason why I want you to listen closely, to go at it, no? And to really take down notes is because, again, it's not dependent on me. It's dependent on the science and the system of selling. Please take note of that. If you can type it in the chat box, the science and the system of sales. Because the truth is, people don't want to be sold, but people want to buy. So are you guys excited around it? If yes, open to a clean sheet of paper, no? Get your writing materials as we now talk about this sales process. Again, if there's one thing I want you to get, and I will now share my screen here, is that I want you to understand, okay, that sales is actually a science and a system. Okay? And a system. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin na isa tong siyensya at isa tong sistema? Ang ibig sabihin niyan, okay, ayan, hintay. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, meron tong proven formula. Okay? Meron tong proven system. And katulad ng factory, okay? Sino dito familiar sa factory? Type mo naman me. No? Ayan, the science and the system of sales. And katulad ng factory, you can actually get into a what we call a quality assurance around it. Quality assurance around it. Pwede mo siyang i-check. Yun yung kagandahan niya. Are we clear? More than you can actually go and do a quality assurance around it. Number two, ang kagandahan ng isang sistema, ang kagandahan ng isang proseso is that number two, everything is predictable. Predictable. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin nun, isa lang, okay? Which is if you can actually go through the process of sales, if you can actually go into the process of selling, you will begin to understand, okay, that I will try to share my screen on another platform, no, para ma-check ko. Okay, wala. Okay, never mind. So, when we talk about the system of sales, no, you will begin to understand that your conversion is predictable. I don't have to take a look into sino ba yung kausap mo. I don't have to take a look into sino ba yung nagsasalita. I don't have to take a look into your script, your spiel, whatever. The only thing I will take a look into is to your process and your cycle, and I can be able to predict if this person will be closed or not. And if ever they're not closed, and if ever, okay, that they will not be closed, here's one thing I will guarantee you. Maybe they will not be closed today, but sooner or later, they will be closed for you. Sino dito gusto yan? Thumbs up, type mo naman me. Dali. Thumbs up, type mo naman me. Ayan, thank you so much. Are we clear? And so, the reason why this is very important kasi kailangan mo siyang pagdaanan. At kailangan mong maintindihan, no? Hindi lang yung pagbebenta, pero paano ba kumikilos yung sistema? Yan yung isang bagay na kailangan mong pagdaanan. How does a system work? How does a process work like a factory where it's no longer dependent on you, it's dependent on your system? Bakit? Especially you are in MLM, multi-level marketing, you are in network marketing, your business success is dependent on the not, okay, I will tell you I will tell you a misconception around MLM and network marketing. Okay? In MLM and in network marketing, no, I used to become a member of an MLM para lang alam nyo. I invested one account in MLM that's actually generating me. Sino dito? You're proud to be part of Classic Thumbs Up? Kasi magkikwento ako ng something very, very slight and sobrang nakaka-excite to, no? Nakakatuwa. I used to invest in an MLM company, hindi ko napapangalanan, in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, October. Okay? One account established a system created, if I'm not mistaken, isa lang yung account ko doon na ininvestan ko, and then meron akong 3 kakilala, if I'm not mistaken, 3 kakilala that is now giving me, honestly, I'm not working on the MLM company, sabi ko naman, nag-invest lang ako, pero it's now giving me at least 20,000-30,000 a month for zero effort. Okay? It's not my business, it's not whatever, it's just something that I just put money in. Sabi ko, sige nga, let's try. And then meron ako mga kilala, oy, gusto niyo negosyo? Hindi kayo pwede dito sa aking digital investment business kasi medyo mataas yung ginagawa ko dito. So dito tayo sa sa MLM kasi gusto niyo medyo mabilis, malaki yung pera. So ginawa nila, no? Right now it's still earning me 20,000-30,000 a month with zero effort. So aren't you proud you're part of this system? Aren't you proud you're part of this distribution channel? If yes, type mo naman, I'm proud. Dali, type mo naman, I'm proud. I wanna see those comments because you guys are in a very wonderful space. Honestly, passive income is real here. Passive income is true here. Okay? That's why ang kailangan maintindihan, and this is the misconception around business, no? Sasabihin ko sa inyo, around MLM or network marketing, is that ang misconception is kailangan napakarami mong tinatrabaho. Wrong. The way to make a network marketing and an MLM work is to duplicate. Diba? Lagi nating pinag-uusapan yan. Lagi nating naririnig yan. To duplicate a system. Now, if you know the right formula to selling, and you duplicate the system, the people under you, ang tawag nyo dyan, downlines, correct? Okay? Yung downlines mo will be able to adapt the right way of selling, the strategies, the formula, the process, and they will duplicate it. That's how you can create your passive income. Are you with me? That's how you can create your revenue. That's how you can actually build your business. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 downlines pero yung 1,000 downlines mo hindi magaling. Bato-bato sa langit, no? Tamaan, i-share mo to sa kanya. Okay? Ahanin mo yung 1,000. Kung yung 1,000 naman, hindi kumikilos. Yung 1,000, hindi magaling. It will still not create revenue. Okay? Yes, kumita ka, direct commissions, pero yung direct commission mo, wala siyang passive income, wala siyang leverage. Hindi natin na ma-maximize yung potential ng opportunity. The thing around it is when you can duplicate the system, when you can duplicate the process, and I want you to take note of this. This is the process of duplication. When it is a system, not you, who's being duplicated, then it's no longer dependent on you. And when it's no longer dependent on you, it will continue to grow, to grow, to grow until such time you will notice meron kang 5,000 without even doing anything. Bakit? Kasi it is like a factory that you can do a quality assurance and you can predict result. Sino dito excited para doon? Taas ang kamay. Are you guys learning? Type mo naman yes if natututo ka. Okay? And why is this very important? My personal conversion rate right now, can I share with you? Thumbs up. Click that thumbs up button. No? My personal, as of my recent data, kasi I'm an analyst, I check on the numbers. No? My recent data, my conversion rate right now is 30%. 34 to be exact. Palakpakan nyo naman yan, di ba? Kasi 34 kayo, 1:3, no? Hindi, totoo. For every 3 people that I get to speak with, 1 automatically closed. So, ibig sabihin, of course, wala namang 1:1, but ibig sabihin, I get to close 1:3 people. Ano nangyari sa dalawa? Usually, they just buy on a later date. Sino dito gusto yun? That's why listen to this closely. Are you guys excited? If yes, let's go at it today. But as we go at it, ang gusto ko, as we go along, gusto ko i-maximize and optimize the chat box. Nakikita nyo, no? Nakikita ko kayo, ayan, no? Nakikita ko yung comments nyo. I want you to ask questions kasi we're just gonna go through it for 1 hour. until 8:20, I want to make sure that you guys get to comment your takeaways, your learnings. You get to comment your questions because that is the beauty of digital. The beauty of digital is you can ask questions right away. I can check on it. Maganda ba yon? And because I want you to embrace it as well. Again, I want you to embrace it as well. We now live in a world wherein it's already digital. If you're not yet embracing digital, you might be phased out. Um, Allow me to share the bad news. Allow me to drink. Anong ibig sabihin nun? If you're not in the digital world, if people don't know you digitally, it's gonna be bad news for you. According to studies, 2025, 90% is digital. We are now in 2021. Sino dito affected just because the pandemic happened? Type mo naman me. Type mo yung me if affected ka nung pandemic. Ayan. Sabi ni Louie, ni Jolan, yes. Ni Yun, yes. Yeah. Ayan, sabi ni Gianna me. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Okay? I want you to listen closely. The pandemic happened. And money, let me tell you this. Money did not stop. It just went to other places. 'Di ba? Wala namang, biglang nawala yung pera. Wala namang, nagunaw yung pera. Are you guys with me? It's just a matter of where is money right now. Is it in your pocket? Is it in your hands? Or is it with somebody else? Here's the thing. Those who got affected by the pandemic, sila yung nawalan. Kasi nga, naapektuhan di ba? However, there are also those who were not affected by the pandemic. These are the people who went digital. That's why, honestly, it doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter what your demographics are. I want you right now to go into digital. Do you have your Facebook accounts, your Facebook pages, your YouTube, your Spotify, your Twitter? The most recent right now, the latest right now, do you have TikTok? Ayan. Meron nagsabi sa akin, nakita daw niya ako sa TikTok from Classic, no? So, totoo. Bakit? Wherever you can be, to be at the forefront of the market. Take note of this. Wherever you can be, to be at the forefront of the market, be there. Bakit? When the market has been saturated, hindi ka na nila makikita. Do you know why I have a lot of followers on Facebook? Can I share? Thumbs up. Right now on TikTok, dumadami na. Thumbs up. Is because I'm at the forefront when nobody is going there. When everybody's ignoring it, I go at it. Be at the forefront of the digital world. It's no longer an excuse that I don't know anything about this. I don't know, hindi ako marunong nito. Gawan mong paraan. Are we clear? Because we're gonna talk about the process in a while. But when we talk about the process and you're no longer accepting the digital revolution, everything will be useless. Hindi mo magagamit itong prosesong ituturo ko sa'yo. So the very first key thing here that I want you to recognize is for you to embrace the digital landscape. Be at the forefront of the digital world. Are we clear? YouTube. How do people see you? How do people know you? Do they even know that you have a business? Facebook, Twitter, right now TikTok. Daming paraan, my friends. Maybe ikaw na lang yung hinihintay. maybe, just maybe, ikaw na lang yung hinahanap. Are you guys learning? Type mo naman yes if you're learning. Very first thing here is for you to actually embrace digital. Number two here is for you to actually, again, treat it like a system, or treat this thing like a system. And if you will ask me, Migs, how will you treat it like a system? By understanding there is a clear flow. Are we clear? Meron siyang clear flow ang sales. Ayan, idodrawing ko na ang clear flow ng sales. Ibig sabihin, hindi ito unpredictable. Okay? Meron tong actual process. And the actual process works like this. Number one is for you in the digital world to do your funneling. Anong difference ng prospecting sa funneling? If I may ask you, type it right now. Anong difference ng prospecting sa funneling? Okay? Yung prospecting, you're just gonna approach everyone in the world. You're just gonna approach every single person you meet. Hey, are you interested in business? Blah, 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 blah. And it's not gonna create so much result. Bakit? Napagod ka na, you're hardworking. And here's the truth, guys. Hard work is not really just the key. No? It may be a factor, but it's not really just the key to being successful in sales. Expertise is. Hard work is not. Okay, ulitin ko, hindi lang po ang puhunan sa pagbebenta at sa sales ay hard work. Kalokohan yon. Bakit ko sinabi? Kasi napakarami dyan, sobrang sipag. Sino dito ikaw, sobrang sipag mo? Click mo yung like button. Sobrang sipag mo, yes? O ano nangyari? May resulta? Ikaw, sobrang sipag mo, yes? Oh, dahil benta? Not really, correct? Bakit? It's not really just the ultimate factor to sales. The secret to selling is not just hard work, but it is expertise. Ibig sabihin, kapag magaling ka, pipilahan ka ng tao. Kapag magaling ka, bibili sila sa'yo. Okay? Para yan doktor, di ba, pumunta ka sa ospital. Doon ka ba sa doktor na nagtatrabaho 12 hours a day pero hindi magaling, or doon sa doktor na magtatrabaho ng 3 oras sa isang araw pero napakagaling? For sure, a lot of you will say, doon ako sa magaling. Doon ako sa 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day lang siya magtrabaho pero napakagaling. Exactly, because it's not just about hard work. I'm not saying maging tamad ka. Don't get me wrong. Have your work ethics, have your discipline, have your responsibility. Pero it's not enough. What will create result here is no longer just about hard work, but it is also about being an expert. Are you guys with me? Are you guys learning? Click that heart button if yes. Okay, click that heart button if yes. I just want to make sure that you guys can still hear me. Kasi meron nagsabi, di po masyado marinig. Okay, so nag-heart button kayo. So ibig sabihin, you guys hear me, no? Now, you do a funneling. Prospecting, you approach everyone. Hard work, but not really effective. Funneling is like this. Being able to recognize that sales is like a funnel. Sales is like a funnel. And as a funnel, your only job here is to only speak with people. So this is the crowd, no? This is the crowd, the audience, everyone you meet. This is the market. Your only job here is to not speak to everyone, but to, number one, designate your niche. Designate your niche. Number two, check out their openness. And number 3, only invite people who are open to what you have to say. That's what funneling is. My friends, hindi mo trabaho kausapin yung 100 milyong Pilipino. Hindi mo trabaho yun. Ang trabaho mo lang is hanapin kung ano yung para sa'yo. Does that make sense? It's not your job to get everyone. That's not how you become successful in sales. Your only job here is to find what is meant for you to begin with. What is meant for you to begin with. Because I'm going to be speaking as a Christian. You may have different beliefs and I'm okay with that. I will not argue with that. Kanya-kanya tayong trip. Okay? But my creator or whoever you believe in has designated people for us. He has designated people for you. Your only job here is to not target everyone, but to only find who's meant for you. That's what funneling is. Are you guys getting it? How will you now be able to convert from market, the general crowd, to your target or your niche, yung sayo? Sino ba yung lagi mong kausap? Sino ba yung mga naniniwala sa'yo? Naniniwala, sino ba yung mga nakikinig sa'yo? Ano ba yung demographics niyan? Okay, sino ba yan? Pag-aralan mo. From your niche, sino ba yung mga open to listen? Open to hear? But ultimately, only invite who's filtered in. Only invite people and only find people na pumasa dito sa 4 na to. Are you guys learning? I hope you are. Okay? Because this is one big challenge. This is also the solution. No? This is also the solution to this very powerful thing here. Yan yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, di ba? Sabi natin, market, niche, openness, only speak with people who are open to you. Okay, sabi natin, only speak with people who are open to you and only invite people who are filtered in. Now, I will set that aside and I will now go to the next part, which is, let's test this out, no? Try natin, check natin whether or not nakuha mo ba siya, whether or not naintindihan mo pa siya by actually selling me this pen. Kasi sa totoo lang, ito yung sagot doon. Sell me the pen. A lot of you, no, will actually, ayan, sabi ng iba, yes, ganyan, no? Sabi ni Yun, yes. Sabi ni Mahal, yes. Sabi ni Dina, yes. Sabi ni Antoinette, yes. No? Sell me the pen. A lot of you know what makes this pen is a silver-plated pen. It's very, very expensive. This one's made from gold. Okay, you can have your name engraved on it. A lot of you will start to sell me the pen. Tama or tama? Type mo kung tama. Ayan, oh. Tama ba? Wrong. Okay. I have one very powerful sharer here, si James, who got it right. Again, funneling. Remember? Kanina lang, pinag-usapan natin, funneling. Hey, are you in the market for a pen? Are you looking for a pen? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna spend time. I move on to the next. I'm not gonna spend time. I move on to the next. Why? This person's not even open. A lot of you are guilty of this. Yes or yes? A lot of you are making a really big mistake around this. Yes or yes? Trying to sell to people who's not even sellable. Bakit? They're resistant to begin with. They're not even willing to listen. They're not even open to the idea. And yet, here you are, persuading, convincing, and tapos paggabi, sasabihin mo, matutulog ka na, bakit ganon? I feel rejected. Ang tanong ko, bakit mo pinilit? Bakit mo pinilit? Ayaw nga eh. Di naman naghahanap eh. Pinilit mo? Kaya ka ni-reject maybe. For some people, hindi ka naman i-reject upfront. Ang sasabihin sa'yo, send me an email. Grabe. Kaka-relate ka? Yeah, totoo. Send me an email. Sabi nung iba, I'll think about it. Grabe. Sino dito nakaka-relate? Type mo naman me. Yeah. Some people will say, tanong ko muna sa asawa ko. Grabe. Nakaka-relate? Some people are just being nice. Now, my question for you here is, why are you even speaking with these people? Not really as a friend, but why are you forcing business to these people if they're not open to begin with? Again, it's not your job to cater to 100 million people. It's your only job here is to find who's meant for you. Does that make sense? Very first thing here is funneling. Are you looking for a pen? If yes, what kind of pen are you looking for? Black ink, blue ink, red ink. For long term or for short term? Is it high price range, low price range? High price range, high quality, low price range, pwede na. Does that make sense? You go to the next part here. Is it a gel pen, a sign pen, or a ballpoint pen? Are you with me? Because the next part here is for you to actually recognize that after you go with funneling, okay, your next part here is to actually go into probing. What kind of pen are you looking at? What kind of pen are you looking for? What kind of supplement are you looking for? Is it for your health or are we doing this for business? Is it because meron ka ring health-related concerns? Or is it because you want to earn more money? Yes, it can be both, but for this time, I want to know what's that one single most important thing for you. Bakit? If I cannot single into one single objective, if I cannot single into one common goal, to one common objective, it will be left or it will be right and thus nothing will ever happen. Because wala tayong isang pupuntahan. Para mong sinabi, nasa Ortigas ka or nasa Cubao ka, tapos you're going to Pasay and Makati. You can go both, correct? Pero if we are talking about Pasay and Makati, nakaka-confuse pare. Hindi ko alam saan ba ako talaga pupunta. Are you with me? Bakit? Kasi nga, pareho. Yes, you can earn here. Yes, it will have health benefits. Ano ba muna? Health or business? Yes, you can do both. Pero what's that first? I want to probe in one single objective. Are we clear? One single objective. Anong klase yan? Anong klaseng leadership yung hinahanap mo? Anong klaseng negosyo yung hinahanap mo? What's the price range for that? I would rather ask more questions than present more proposals or present more info. Bakit? Yung info kasi galing sa'yo. At kapag sinabi mo yan sa client, kunwari, let's pretend I'm a client at galing sa'yo yan and you're presenting it to me digitally, lalo na ngayon, Zoom, okay? The problem with that is I can accept that, I can reject that. Sinasabi mo lang eh. It's a recommendation, it's a suggestion. At the end of the day, I decide for my life. Therefore, it can be yes, it can be no. Pero if you ask me questions at ako yung sumasagot, definitely I will say yes. Bakit? Wala pa naman taong kinokontra yung sarili niya, di ba? Totoo. Di ba? Lahat naman tayo, hindi natin kinokontra yung sarili natin. Lahat naman tayo, we're actually saying yes to ourselves. Yes? That's why ask more questions versus present more info. Do your probing. Do your probing. Because once you get and once you gather the necessary information, you can now go to the next part, which is what we call supporting, or where we now go your presentation. And when I talk about presentation, it has to be, it has to be related, and it has to be the solution and the answer to the information that you gathered beforehand. Are we clear? To the information that you gathered beforehand. Klaro po ba? And after you present it, you now go with the last part, which is your formalities. Bakit hindi closing? Closing is a result. You don't make closing an action. You cannot make it happen. Diba? Totoo. Kaya ka nahihirapan, you're making closing as an action. No. Closing is a result. If you do your funneling right, did you close them? Did you close them? Yeah. Ano kinlose mo sa kanila? That they are qualified. Apologize for that. That they are qualified clients. Yes? That's number one. Number two, when you do the probing right, did you close them? Yes. What kind of closing did you do? You close them by getting into that one single most important objective and getting to know what is it they want. Getting to know what is it they're looking for. Getting to know what kind of support they will need. Because once you get to know that, you can actually do a presentation that caters to whatever they want, to the information they want. And when that happens, you don't need to close. You just need to go for formalities. Yan na yung info. Fill up ka ng form, paano mo ito babayaran, saan mo kukunin yung pera, papahingi akong ID, all of this information and formalities, documentation. Bakit? Kasi kapag gusto niya, sa kanya mismo manggagaling, I wanna get this. Sa kanya mismo manggagaling, yes, I see myself here. Sa kanya mismo nanggagaling, yes, I want this. Therefore, closing does not happen as an end result. It happens when you do the process right. Does that make sense? That happens when you do the process right. My question for you is this. Ngayong natutunan mo to, do people even want to speak with you? Do people even want to meet you? Because lahat ng sinabi ko, konsepto. Lahat ng sinabi ko, pwede mo naman siyang gawin. But will you be able to apply it because people want to be in your space? Do people even want to be in your digital image? Because all of it is a concept. The process, yes, it's bulletproof. Yes, it's crisis proof. Yes, it is very effective. But it will only be effective if people want to speak to you. So can I give you a bonus? Thumbs up if yes. Can I give you guys a bonus? Yes or yes? Okay. I want you to take note of this because yes, I'm just here because of for you to learn the sales process. I've shared it to you already. However, I want to give you guys a bonus. Bakit? Because again, it can only work so much. But until this digital image works, until this digital image is already synced in and it's already practiced, it might not be as effective. And what is this digital image all about? Number one, likability. Number two, connectability. And number three, reliability. Because when you do this, you become a persuader. Are we clear? So let's start with your likability. Digitally, how likable are you? When you do Zoom sessions, when you do messenger calls, when you speak with them, are you likable? Do you dress well? When people look at your background, do they like what they see? Or hindi ko saseryosohin to? Parang hindi naman niya ako babaguhin yung buhay ko. Ay, parang sabi niya kumikita daw siya ng malaki pero parang sa nakikita ko sa camera, parang hindi naman talaga. Ay, parang sabi niya yumayaman daw siya pero parang pag tinignan ko naman online, hindi naman yumayaman. How likable are you when you face in front of a camera? How likable are you when you face in front of your computer? Is your audio, may tumatahol ba? May tumitilaok? Ay, kala ko nasa city, ba't parang nasa bukid? Okay? Audio, video, likability. Remember, people buy from people they like. They don't buy from people they don't like. Likability. Number two, connectability. Kapag makausap ka, puro negosyo, puro business, puro magkano, puro bentahan, puro products, or kinamusta mo man lang siya muna? Or chinek mo ba siya, ano bang importante sa kanya? Ano ba yung reason niya? Why is this person looking for business? Or if it's for health, why is this person looking for health? What's the main reason for that? I want you to check that out. Connectability. Last but not the least, reliability. Are you an expert of your field? Do you know the ins and outs of your business? Do you know the pros and cons of your business? When I say pros and cons, the advantages and the limitations. Because you can't tell me there's no limitation. Lahat tayo, no? Lahat tayo may limitation. And I want you to be familiar. Remember, people buy from the most expert doon sa pinakamagaling. Hindi lang doon sa hard worker. Are you even reliable? Because here's the thing. When you do the process right, funneling, probing, your presentation, and your documentation, or your info, when you do it right, alam mo, ginawa mo ng tama, close, 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 close. What will make them exchange their money? Remember, no money that doesn't close. No money, no close. Ha? Paano po sinasabi niyo, Coach Mix? Na-close ko naman, nagbayad? Hindi yan close. Okay? Walang bayad, walang close, di ba? So, how will you now make payment coming from that? Here's the thing. Number one, likable. Nagawa mo nga ng tama yung proseso pero hindi ka niya like. X yan. X yan. Nagawa mo nga yung proseso ng tama pero wala namang kayong connection. X yan. X. Nagawa mo nga ng proseso ng tama pero hindi ka naman eksperto. Mukha ka lang script, mukha lang yan spiel, mukha lang yan robot, mukha lang yan in training. You wanna go from good, I know the process, I am well trained, to great, I'm a master closer, I am a closer. You don't just master the process, you also master what it means to become a master persuader digitally. That's why after our talk, no, kapag nag-Zoom meeting ka, check mo yung kwarto mo, yung paligid. Kaakit-akit ba? Naaaliw ba yung tao pag nakita or naiirita, di ba? Okay? More than that, check mo yung mga kasama mo sa bahay. Happy ba sila sa'yo when you're with them, when they're with you? Or parang ayaw ka nilang kausap because you're not even connecting. It's all about you. It's never about them. More than that, do you know your business, your ins and outs? Are you an expert in your field? Are you an authority figure in your field? Because once you build that, the very first thing I want you to get here is build your digital brand already. Build your digital image. After building your digital brand and image, number two, start going out there, adding value to people, give so much to people, because when you give so much, you can now start your funneling process. And as you start your funneling process, you can now start to probe, to set appointments, to probe, to support, or present, and ultimately start closing your sales. You can now start to close your sales. Are you guys learning? Is this something that is of value to you? If yes, type mo naman yung biggest learning mo. If yes, type mo naman what is your takeaway here, what value did you get the most. Kasi mamaya, no, after my talk, babasahin ko yan para just to make sure that I get to be of value to you. Okay? If you want to message me, I have my Facebook page. It's Life Coach Mix. It's Mix Flores. If you want to send a review, whatever, it's Mix Flores. Okay? Let's talk. Let's connect. Let me see how I can help you. For some people here, I've helped already. For some people here, I've supported already. So I want to make sure I get to personally be with you. And the way I want to do that is to help you and support you in making your business successful. Ultimately, make your dreams happen, inspire possibilities. Have a good night, everyone.